Now, Cult of the Lamb.
Hello, loyal followers and cultists alike. Welcome to our neat little congregation today. First things first, let's go ahead and introduce our cult followers, our cult leaders, perhaps. First and foremost, hi, I am shovelclaws. I use it as pronouns. I've been speedrunning for about 2 years, and I started out with Sonic games because, if you couldn't tell, I'm a big Sonic fan. But honestly, that's about all you really need to know about me. Joining me today, I have two very important people, two very important bishops with me. First and foremost is Dezinator 94.
Hello, I am Dezinator, also known as Dezinator 94. I go by he, him pronouns. I am a former, I did it again. Not former, I'm a current world record holder for this category. I always make that mistake now, it's weird.
Yes, my commentator.
Yeah, this is my first speedrun game that I've speedran. Started as the game launched about 5-6 months ago now, and yeah, we're loving every minute of it.
And also, I have Metrick with me.
Hi, I'm Metrick. I go by he, him pronouns, and I am the no major glitches or fake category player. So...
It's okay. I just recently beat his time in Unrestricted as well, but that's fine. He's a good runner too. Salutations, my friend. But welcome everyone to Cult of the Lamb. If you haven't seen this game, honestly, I'd be a bit surprised. It's kind of gotten everywhere now. Pretty cool game. Neat little game. Also a weirdly grotesque little game where you play as a lamb and you start a cult. You probably could have guessed that one from the title, but yeah, you start a cult as a lamb, and all of that is for the One Who Waits, a demonic overlord who gives you a bunch of weird demonic powers. We'll get some into the run in just a bit, but before anything else, we have two things to talk about. First is the category we're playing. Of course, this is any percent, which means just getting to the end credits as fast as we possibly can. To do that, we're going to use a bunch of different glitches and tricks because this is unrestricted. As Metrick said earlier, we have no major glitches category, so a bunch of those fun glitches are present in this run. And lastly, we're playing on the easy difficulty because it's the easiest. Yeah, again, could have guessed it. This game's pretty straightforward in all honesty. And then, before we start the run, we have to load into our casual save file. This is because of the difficulty. The tutorial sets itself to medium by default, but you can see here difficulty in this file is easy. This will change the difficulty in the tutorial to easy, so we don't have to do a bunch of menuing to do that. We'll immediately reap the benefits. Those benefits we'll get into as the run starts. And yes, my casual save file was named Angel Island. Again, what do you expect? I'm a Sonic fan. But with all of that out of the way, run will start as we hit new save. So, time will begin in 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So, starting out here, I'm going to mash escape to skip that little text cutscene as fast as we can. And then we have this about minute-long cutscene where the lamb, all chained up, is going to walk to his death. This is because a bunch of backstory real fast. The 4 bishops of the Old Faith don't like the One Who Waits very much. They're all siblings, and they're all mad at him for whatever reason. I'm not actually that sure. But they want to kill all lambs because an old prophecy foretells that a lamb will be the successor to the One Who Waits. And best put by Dezinator, maybe it's a bad idea to send a lamb to the god of death if the lamb is going to be your successor, because their plan doesn't really work. You can tell we're in purgatory right now, and the man art himself is very fashionable, chains and all. But we just have a quick little dialogue with him, and he gives us the red crown. And I'm going to just alt-tab out of the game. Yeah, that is a little animated cutscene that we can skip by just alt-tabbing out of the game. I'm sorry, console players. There's a lot of stuff you can't do on controller. But now we're free from our chains, and we're coming up on our first skip right away. We'll see if I'm lucky enough to hit it. I had a good entrance, but a bad exit. There, if you get an exit left or right and an entrance from the bottom, you can actually skip that little dialogue with Ratau. It's very luck-based, and even if it wasn't, it's pretty hard to do. But combat is straightforward. Oh my god, I got the funny frame! Okay, if you open the inventory there with the button on the exact frame that you hit that, you get that first coin. The game just keeps it there, and I'm so happy I got that. That I'm the only one who cares about that. We're also coming up to our next skip, follower skip. Got a mash out of my mind.
Oh, unfortunate.
Yeah, so there's another cutscene trigger here where we just talk with the cultist there that we have to fight, and it skips this little fight sequence where we free this follower. It's really precise, honestly, and I'm unsurprised that we didn't hit it. It's like a 25% success rate. It's pretty tough. But we're out of the tutorial. There's a bunch of stuff that I didn't have time to go over because that was actually a pretty fast tutorial segment. This game, if you don't know, is really RNG heavy. Rooms are randomly generated, combat is random, the enemy patterns are random, enemy AI just goes against you everywhere you go. It's pretty rough, but roguelike game, what are you expecting? Here we're gonna set our difficulty to easy real fast, and we'll indoctrinate our first follower. We saved them during that run. By the way, that combat skip I was talking about a little bit ago, actually you save this follower either way, you get him for free, so we don't like soft lock or anything. But welcome to our little cult. It doesn't look like much yet because we have to build it up, but man, honestly, this resource pattern is pretty bad. We're going to collect some quick resources, just 2 stone, 5 lumber, and a few berries for our first building, the food pit. This food pit makes food. What do you expect? But we need that just to progress the tutorial. There's a lot of tutorial in this game. And we'll go ahead and cook this food. Game doesn't care if you burn it. And then we'll roll away because during this little cutscene where the camera will pan up, we can actually control the lamb if we go far enough away and don't hit the position in the cutscene until the camera starts panning up. I don't actually think that skip has a name, but it's a good little time save. And then we'll get into our first dungeon. There's a lot of stuff going on so far, so if it's a bit fast to keep up with, that's okay. It'll slow down eventually. But going to Darkwood, our first dungeon. Dungeons are pretty straightforward. We'll get a quick weapon and not yet, but we'll get other stuff eventually here on the beginning. Our first weapon is the sword. Pretty simple, very medium tier weapon. Average attack damage, average attack speed. Combat is pretty straightforward. Enemies will be killed, and then the room will open. You're trapped until they're all dead. At least in most rooms. Some rooms don't have enemies, so obviously we don't have to kill them if they're not there. But we'll just be going through combat pretty basic. Dezinator, would you like to talk about what we need in this room as I get it immediately?
Yeah, so as you've just seen here, Shovelclaws has gone into a wood room. Everyone knows for a good cult, we need a temple to do all of our fun shenanigans in. So to do that, we'll need to get some wood and some stone resources as well. Ideally, we can get them both in this first Darkwood run. We already got the wood that we needed there, so that was good from the room. Now we just need from the mini-boss at the end of this dungeon, we will need the stone resource, which is up to RNG now. So if we get it, amazing. If not, that's all right. It'll take us about 30 seconds to collect it from our cult.
Yeah, it is unfortunate
township.
We didn't get a stone room. That's typically much better. We met Leshy there, the bishop of this area, and we'll meet him again here for our first mini-boss. This mini-boss is really simple. Ambrosius can't actually really hurt us, in all honesty. So we'll just hold up and swing our sword. Then just kind of hope that we don't take damage, get the right resources. So, we also need 30 gold for this crusade run, this dungeon run. There's the stone.
Nice.
So we'll stick around to collect this gold. And you may notice we need 30, but we only have 25. What's up with that? Well, this game gives you bonus resources if you don't take damage, which I was very careful not to, because otherwise, after this dungeon run, if you don't have 30 gold, you soft lock. We'll see if we don't have 30 gold. That should be enough, hopefully. Okay, there we go. 35 gold. We're fine.
There.
That has happened before. It's pretty unlucky. I have backup saves. Should be fine. But Metrick, would you like to talk about what we're going to do in this cult segment?
Sure thing. So we've got to construct our temple right now. So we're first just going to indoctrinate this one follower here real quick, set them to some task. It doesn't really matter. They'll take care of themselves. And then we're going to roll away again so we can move during cutscene.
We're going to construct the shrine first, and then we'll do that. That's what we need the 30 gold for. If you don't have it, the game doesn't actually give it to you, so you're just kind of stuck in this tutorial segment. It's really funny.
It does give you the gold you need if you're on modern
We'll get
patch,
into that.
but we're playing on an older patch for a very specific reason.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
One reason to be exact. And we're going to tell this guy over here to give us the Temple of Research, and then we can build it. And we're going to have one more quick skip here, which hopefully the AIs will cooperate with us. They like to get in the way. They like their cult leader too much, and they'll sometimes get too close while we're trying to construct
I'm
this.
gonna actually break this wood real fast, just so we have a better place to put the temple. And there we go.
So after we finish building this temple, Ortal's going to want to talk to us, and he will just drag us straight across the entire field to have a small chat. And it's faster if we just do a very fast roll right there. And if you're just slow enough, you will soft lock. But if you're fast, he'll talk to you in here instead.
What, soft lock? You can do that in this game?
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't soft lock in this game, surely. I have never soft locked.
We almost soft locked. When we talked to the one who waits the first time, there's a soft lock right there if you talk too quickly.
This game's first soft lock is literally like 50 seconds in. It's really funny. Most of them are fixed nowadays, but again, we play on a downpatched version, which we'll get into once we get into we have the main reason we play downpatched. But we're just gonna head back on into Darkwood. You may think, why? We need to go through each dungeon in this game 4 different times in order to kill the bishop at the end. Their temple isn't locked until during the 4th run, so we gotta just get there 4 times. It's pretty straightforward. Metrick, would you like to talk about curses as well?
Sure thing. So we just got access to our first curse. They're basically spells. We can collect more magic from the blood of our enemies. And
the lamb is powered off of orbs, and I think that's something beautiful.
So the one that we got right now is just a fireball, but the better tool that we unlocked here is the axe, which is, depending on who you ask, may or may not be the best weapon for the game. At the very least, it's always tied.
Who you axe, you mean? We're starting early, I'm sorry.
Dang, you beat me to it.
Oh no.
The bawful puns are already starting. So right now we're just going to use our kit to clear this follower room real quick, because we need at least 1 follower, optimally 2, before we clear the next dungeon segment after this one. So that's always nice to see, although we did not get a Crusade floor skip. And
you were talking about
Des, do you want to cover
axes.
the... I was wondering if, Des, you want to cover animation canceling?
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, one of our biggest tools in this game, is going to be animation cancelling. So, a lot of this game for speedrunning is just mashing a lot of buttons really quickly, and this is no different. So, as you can see, Shovel will be rolling just as each hit with the axe lands. That's going to save a bit of time for the wind-up animation of each attack, which means we'll just be able to get most of our damage out as quickly as possible. That's unfortunate you talk to him.
That is unfortunate, actually. I can't say that's never happened before. That's happened a lot, actually. Wait.
Animation cancelling is... it is a bit different with different weapons on the timing of them. The axe is probably one of the easiest ones, I would say, and one of the most obvious to see the results of it. But yeah, it just means we're going to have more damage coming out in better time frames. It'll be different for some of the weapons we see later on. We'll be able to optimize maximum damage even better for them, but we'll discuss that when we see those weapons arrive.
Otherwise, I guess I can introduce Klinek. I don't know how to pronounce his name in honesty. He's the tarot card guy. We'll get into what tarot cards are, but we all love Klinek around here. This is Velfar, next mini-boss. He's pretty simple, honestly. We'll see if I can one-cycle him. Okay, never mind. Wait, maybe I can? Nice, I one-cycled him.
Nice.
That's actually...
You took damage this game, too.
Yeah, true. It is actually kind of difficult to one-cycle him, so I'm happy we got it. Otherwise, we're done with this dungeon run. We didn't need anything special. We did also see Harrow earlier. We need to meet him for the Command Stone fragments, which the game just wants us to do a quick doctrine, and that's it. So once we have those, we're fine. We don't need anything else. We can just focus on getting out. Tao will talk to us one more time. We all call him Tao because the one who waits acronym. But we don't care what he says. That's the... And also, he's a weird demon overlord that we're going to kill by the end of this run. Right, guys? But
the current answer is no, but we might be able to change
we'll
that.
get there. I believe in chat.
Yeah.
But we're going to unlock this quick ritual of the bonfire. And unfortunately, we can't actually light a bonfire. Everyone knows you need bones for a bonfire. I guess you could call it a bonfire. I'm sorry, guys. Metrick and Dezinator have changed me over these past couple of months. I don't make these puns usually. But
Well, they'd be more unbearable, but we won't be seeing any bears in this run, most likely. So,
Man, that was a reach. But
I thought you were better than this, Metrick.
you know better than that.
yeah, no, Metrick's worse than that. Come on. But Dezinator, would you like to talk about the weapon we just picked up?
So, yes, our third weapon that this game is going to give us, the dagger, hated by most in the speedrunning community. It is just very not optimal in a lot of ways. It's going to have one of the best attack speeds. It does have the best attack speed in the game, but it's going to have the worst range, the lowest damage output from a base standpoint. And as some weapons do, it has a 5-hit attack pattern. So it means our final hit is going to be very slow with a bit of better damage in it, but it just means it's going to be, very slow and can be a bit annoying when you're facing some much faster enemies.
With the animation canceling, a fast weapon is all of the weapons. So just getting so basically we're just getting a low attack damage weapon. It kind of sucks. I'm going to be looking for a chance to swap it out sometime during this Crusade floor, or during these next 2 Crusade floors. Which, if you're wondering, Crusade floors are the ones with swords, and also the first and last floor of every dungeon run, because we have to fight a bunch of enemies. And I think I'm literally the only person who calls it that, but I'm the runner. I'm correct. Oh my god, there's a guy down here. I didn't even see him. I thought we were talking to Leshy.
Yeah.
Okay, now we
I'm not sure if we've covered this yet, but yes, this game is a roguelike, so each of our dungeon floors are going to be procedurally generated. So yeah, we're going to be looking for the least amount of combat rooms possible to optimize our time. That's all going to be up to RNG. So yeah, we'll see those little sword rooms. The less of them we see, the better, and the more follower rooms as well with the little person icons on them, the better as well. So if we can see a nice short path from start to end with little to no sword icons and as many person icons as we can, then we're good to go.
Unlucky weapon there. We got the fireball curse instead of an actually decent melee weapon. It's fine. I'm going to swap it out anyways because the curses have levels and they're more powerful the higher you go. Plus the tentacle curse has kind of served its purpose. But otherwise, I don't think we're doing too much. So, good time for one donation?
Oh, go for it.
Well, we do have ourselves a new cultist here. The $25 donation, we have Alinea. They say, here's to seeing the true final boss of Cult of the Lamb and defeating both it and cancer. Everyone, you're doing incredible. We are nearly at $43,000 out of the $50,000. The moment of truth is going to be coming sooner than y'all think. So everybody, keep those donations coming in and get those donations in for the fight. Thank you, everyone.
You don't want to see it.
You hate to see it. I accidentally picked up the level 4 fireball, which honestly might be faster doing that than swinging with the dagger instead of the axe that I meant to pick up. Barbados is really tough with the dagger, so that's why we want to swap him out. He goes underground a lot. We can't really deal enough damage to him to take him out pretty fast, but that's fine.
Every once in a while I'll get a dagger and I'll go on a hot streak with the fleece and I'll convince myself it's good until I get an axe and remember what power feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough. It's quite unfortunate.
Also, before we get into this next segment, because we're about to start breaking things, chat's been mentioning Twitch integration, and unfortunately we cannot do that for the speedrun. That actually invalidates our speedruns because it'd be a nightmare to judge and moderate, as much as we'd like to have you be our actual cultists, so you just have to be our followers in spirit.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Twitch integration with like 60,000 people, kind of seems like a bad idea. It had a tendency to break. I'm not sure anymore, but I don't think I'd want to risk it. Anyways, as Metrick said, this is where stuff gets fun. We start breaking some stuff here. So we're going to indoctrinate, first perform our bonfire. And then we're going to indoctrinate a bunch of followers real fast. Not before Rastats talks to us for the very last time. We'll never see him again. Thank you. And we'll have the world map at our disposal. This will come in handy in like a minute or two. Otherwise, indoctrination. Do either of you have anything you want to mention real fast?
I do just want to mention, I did see in chat before, I saw Massive Monster, the developers of the game, have made an appearance, so we will make sure to praise the lamb vigorously during this run. Thank you for an amazing game.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
In fact, if I may have a cultist in relation to that, if that's all right.
Yeah, go ahead. We have,
fantastic.
I think, one more follower.
We have a $1,000 donation from the developer of this game, Massive Monster.
Let's go.
No comment, but doubtless they want to thank you for the amazing love and support the speedrun community has shown, and also $5,000 from Devolver Digital, the publisher of this game. Oh, fantastic!
That's awesome.
Thank you so much for your generousness.
Thanks, guys. Really appreciate
All right,
it. Massive
the lamb has
Monster's
been
great.
praised.
Yeah, for sure. Metrick, do you want to talk about what we're doing real fast?
Sure thing, because we were breaking everything really fast. So we only have 7 followers right now, but we want
That's
to have
the
access
biggest
to every
dupe I've
area of
ever
the
seen.
game.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Wow.
So this game doesn't actually understand the difference for only unlocking the 4 regional doors of a visual copy of a follower and an actual follower. So we're going to run it. We already ran out of the room really fast after opening the first door, and it prevented their models from despawning. So because of that, we are able to just open up both the other doors right away because the game thinks we have like 12 or 13 followers right now.
I think right now it's at 13, which is wow.
nuts.
Okay. I've never
I think
seen
it's 14 because it includes the package follower.
Maybe.
Anyway, now that we've done that, we are teleporting. So we're going to wave our mouse in one location while spamming the interact key, and we're going to teleport to the last area of the game you unlock in a casual playthrough.
Yep.
So
We can
welcome
just
to
do that.
Midas's Cave.
Why not?
Speedrunner exclusive DLC. Sorry, guys. And then Dezinator, would you like to explain why we're here, what we're doing?
So yes, we are, out of all those followers we have just gotten, we are going to be getting rid of 4 of them, unfortunately. It's a very sad day. But that's what a cult needs to do. So we will be getting some talisman pieces here, and we will be getting a very good skip that Shovel just managed to get one of.
It's really hard.
We're going to be sacrificing 4 followers to get 4/4 of this talisman piece to unlock the most broken item in this game that we'll get to shortly. But yeah, we'll be taking our frame rate down to the lowest possible setting. This just gives us more options to duplicate some followers here. Yeah. So as you've just seen, there was a little cutscene there that the lamb will run from the pedestal over to the side to collect the talisman piece. We can skip this. There is a few frames where we can re-interact with the pedestal again to sacrifice another follower before the animation plays. And we got a second one right there, which is really good.
2 out of 3 is really hard. That's like
2 out
frame
of 3 is
perfect, and
very
that's why we turn our FPS down. I'm so sorry for making you guys watch a 30 FPS stream. I know it's the year 2023. By God, games don't look like that anymore. Praise the lamb. I don't know how people do it. 30 FPS warriors are just different. They're built different, man. But with this holy talisman completed, Dezinator, would you like to talk about the very special unlock we're gonna get?
Very special unlock. So, as we were mentioning before as well, we are playing on a down-patch version of this game. We are playing on 1.0.11 to be specific. It's a very early patch in the game's history. So yeah, we'll be unlocking the Golden Fleece here, which I don't know if you had time to read it there, but essentially this will be our main source of damage for the rest of the run. For every enemy we kill, we'll be getting 10% extra damage on to our character here, and that will be stacking indefinitely in this patch. It's the last patch to have it stacked indefinitely at 10% extra, so it means yes, we have the option of going to plus 1,000% damage if we're really good, and just one-shotting every single boss. That's very nice floor generation, by the way. So yes, the only downside to that is that if we take damage, we will have our damage total reset, and we are also taking double damage, so we need to play a bit more carefully, and this is where the speedrun becomes essentially a no-hit run if we want to be perfect at it.
Optimal. Yeah, From this point onwards as well, I have taken some damage, but from this point onwards, since it's so important with the Golden Fleece, I will be donating $1 for every hit and $100 if I can get through this entire run damageless. That will not happen, I'm warning you now, but hopefully some decent money for charity, and of course if $1 is too low, we can always up it a little bit. But thankfully here we got our first Crusade floor skip. We're just going to be going around all of these sword floors here. And also an additional follower. Chat, I'm going to need something very special from you. We're at 3 followers right now. And for every follower we gain or lose, because you can lose followers in this game, and we will be, for every follower we gain or lose, I'm going to need you to count up from 3. So this hedgehog, shout out to Sonic T Hedgehog, is going to be 4. So 4, 5, you guys know how to count, I'm sure. But we're at 4 followers now. Thank you very much, chat.
Our goal is 20, chat. I believe in you. You can count to 20.
Also, you might be wondering, why is it that 3 of the top 5 followers in one room cannot count to 20? And if you figure that out, we'd like to know too. We have tried and failed so many times.
I use, typically when I'm running this game, I actually use a counter app on my phone. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to be looking at my phone while running. That seems
antisocial.
But this room is going to be fun because... Thank you very much, chat. That was really good. Our curse right now is just a big old explosion. And fun fact, curses get a little bit of a bonus from the Golden Fleece, so we can just one-shot everyone there. It's really, really cool. I love that fight. Just because everyone spawns so close, we can just spam that one curse as time it when they spawn. It's really cool. I like it. But we've made it to the door of the temple, and it's going to open for us. Since we've made it here 4 times, the magic seal gets broken after 4 times. I don't know how really that works. I'm not going to question it. Magic Wasteland, it's fine. But here we're going to kill Leshy. And chat must have known this way before I did. But apparently Leshy is a Leshy? And apparently that's a popular folklore thing. Metrick, you know about this. But what is this?
I have it written down. It is a Slavic mythological creature, he from the forest, god of hunting, and we are about to say goodbye to this god.
5 hits. I'm going to count it as 5 because one of the hits didn't register for some reason.
I don't think you can kill Leshy until they start to burrow for some reason. The game does not expect you to take out a boss that fast. But shout out to the devs. We cannot break rooms by skipping exit barriers. We cannot skip entire dungeon sequences. There are so many protections in place until you start going really fast.
Yeah, even
they
if
did not
we
anticipate.
had an out of bounds in the hub world, we can't do anything with it because the loading zones aren't there until the doors go down. So I think there is an out of bounds that we can do. It's just weird and precise, but it's useless, so we don't use it. But you've just seen the power of the Golden Fleece. Leshy died in 5 hits, 6 if you want to be literal, but I'm still going to say 5. Yeah, that's what we're hoping for in every single dungeon. The faster we can take out enemies, the faster we can take out mini bosses, the better. Real fast before this next dungeon, I'm going to do 2 things. The first thing is you've seen us hold up that heart. Go Lamb. You see us holding up that heart. That heart is the heart of a heretic. You get one after killing each bishop, and we're going to use that to unlock omnipresence. And this just allows us to return to our base after each run faster. So we'll no longer see the temple doors until each bishop. And also, we're not going to really get many resources. And then, real fast, hold on. Okay, there we go. I just wanted a hedgehog in this run just so I could do that. Welcome, Sonic, to our cult. I'm sorry, chat. I gotta be cringe. I gotta embrace it. But just want to indoctrinate a quick follower there. You'll see why. We're still at 4 followers, but we're gonna buy one from Mr. Hellob here as well. I didn't expect him to be selling one, but just buy a quick follower. So now we're at 5. Congrats, chat, on learning how to count to 5. Hellob sells followers, and I think it's because he thinks everyone's going to eat them. But honestly, we're going to do something much worse. I don't know if being eaten sounds much better than being in our cult. Honestly, not in this speedrun, but it's more like just being ignored for an hour and 20 minutes. But
So
Yeah.
it's basically like an outdoors field day when the teachers aren't paying attention. There's just nothing going on.
Yeah, they're all on recess right now. It's fine. Oh,
If they're lucky,
it happened.
ooh.
Oh, very nice.
That's a really rare glitch. That can happen if the eggs here in Silk Cradle break as you kill the last enemy. I think is it. It's weird. A lot of stuff has happened.
There's actually a lot of different glitches in this speed run you can do that we just don't go for because there's absolutely no way to make them consistent. They are more when they occur, you accept them, and you just don't even bother. Like you don't notice usually if you don't get them. They're so
It's
rare.
kind of cool that it happened on the very first floor of this dungeon, Silk Cradle. If you've played this game, you know this is the last dungeon that we play through. Why are you playing it last, Mr. Streamer? That's because, very simple, it's hard, and speedrunners tend to like getting the difficult sections of games out of the way early, if you know anything. Also, I see chat is saying 4. Good eye. Yeah, we did lose a follower there because, no, that's what happened.
No.
Those are the scariest enemies, by the way.
They really are. I was on a roll. I didn't get hit damaged at all. But that's $1. Unfortunately, no $100. I told you guys it was going to happen. But
Unless we get hit 100
chat,
times.
simply take more damage. I see. But yeah, chat keeping a good eye. We did lose a follower there to Shimura. All of the bishops, for the most part, have special little things they like doing to us that kind of hurt our cult in some way. Shimura likes killing our followers. So pretty straightforward. And I'm trying to think. I was going to say
Also,
something
we did
before.
acquire
too.
we acquired the Clontlets, which
right,
are
that's what.
arguably one of the better weapons. Some people think it's better than the axe. Some people are wrong. You know, here though the speedrunner says they're better, so they are. And these have an interesting interaction with dodge rolling. That when you dodge roll, you do not take up the counter. So we can keep on repeating the combo finisher with this weapon time and time again in order to get an insane amount of damage. So even though we have no fleece right now, you'll see that we're still cutting through this late game boss very quickly by just repeatedly ground pounding. Also, Folklore is my nemesis, so...
Yeah, so
Go
all of
get
us
'em.
have specific bosses that we really dislike, and Folklore is Metrick's boss that he really does not like. So, you want to tell the story
boy.
about that? Go ahead.
So when you start out this game, you die a lot. And it's a learning experience trying to get up to the point that you're playing without ever taking
true.
any deaths, because they're
It's
really
true.
expensive time losses.
Yeah.
And when I was new to this, Folklore killed me 6 times in a row in one run. And I carried through, persevered, finally went, okay, I just want to finish this thing out for the practice. And there are these question mark rooms that you might have noticed we're avoiding on the map. They have a small chance of spawning any boss you've killed in that region before. So immediately after defeating Folklore, I walked into a question mark room, and he came back for revenge.
God, that story is that story is funny every time, and it's because I can relate to it so deeply. But you may be wondering, why did we go out of that dungeon? We spent all that time going in. So fun story about Silk Cradle. All of the enemies are really, really strong, and we got a dagger there. Daggers are really, really bad in Silk Cradle, and I got one again. So instead of going through a dungeon with a terrible weapon that could cost me minutes, and I do mean minutes of time loss, we're gonna recall to our cult and re-roll the weapon and hope that it goes well. We'll see. Oh,
This is...
this guy's sick.
You might be thinking right now that, hey, I played a casual run. The dagger wasn't that bad. But we're at the last area of the game, and normally you do about 2.5 times damage. You have vampiric weapons, you have spells that freeze enemies, you have tons of extra magic. We have half a heart and the golden fleece.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's the only upgrades we have.
So we need that animation canceling, or we just can't do damage.
Aw,
Did
that's
we talk
fine.
fully about why we are going to Silk Cradle first?
We haven't. Would
We
you
did
like to?
not.
I was
so-
going to, but I got distracted.
Yeah.
This
Also,
game
I've never
does
shoved
that.
one of those guys before when they cast. That was
scariest
interesting.
room here.
Okay.
Didn't get baited by the firewalls. That's good. So yeah, when we did our follower dupe earlier to open all the doors, that was so we could unlock Silk Cradle at the same time. Unlucky we didn't get the animation skip here. That's fine. So yes, so the reason why we're going to Silk Cradle first. One, it is the hardest area in the game. It's the last area that you're supposed to do. So just generally, we like to get the hardest things done first, just in case. It sucks to have to reset later on. But the main reason is the final bishop for this area, Shimura. In some of the other dungeon areas as well, so in Anchor Deep and in Nora, that is very unfortunate, the double hit.
That is really unfortunate. We're going to get some safety hearts here. Okay, never mind.
We will have some cutscenes with the other bishops where they all like to give us a bit of a chat, talk about what their evil, devilish plans are. But if we kill Shimura first, then those chats just can't happen, which is really good. Shimura likes to talk a lot and will also make us fight some hordes of enemies in some rooms as well with those dialogues. So being able to kill Shimura first just means we can skip those dialogues and skip some extra fights that are unnecessary.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we skip by killing Shimura first. It's honestly pretty nice. Follower dupe is a big time save. I say big, that's a bit generous. For reference, Metrick, you might be able to correct me on this, but the no major glitches world record is a 111, I believe, and the current restricted world record by Dezinator here is a 109, like 30, 109, 30
that's
something.
Correct on both. It's it used to be a massive difference, and then once I got the routing down well enough, the only difference is whether you get the Golden Fleece like 10 minutes earlier and unrestricted.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
We also had like one of the most cracked runners of this game play no major glitches until basically he killed the category. Shout out to It's Toxic, I believe is his name, Metrick?
Yep.
Yeah, that
literally
that
every
dude was
day
insane when this game released. He posted like new world records every day. There's a lot of people like that. Hopefully we'll get into some more of this game's backstory. Not much, but still nice of what it is.
Fun fact about current world record for any percent unrestricted. I missed the follow duplication, so I couldn't go to Silk Cradle first, which, so it's technically a very inefficient pathing, so there's definitely still a lot of time to be saved in this game.
Yeah,
I think if you got a perfect map generation in every skip, you could probably get just under an hour.
Yeah, we all three believe that
possible.
sub-hour is possible, but it's just really difficult because, again, RNG, not going to be kind to you every run. Also, just real fast, and then we'll get into what Metrick was going to say. But before that little fight, Shimura wanted to talk to us, and he asked us if we wanted to bow or refuse, and we refused to bow because it literally doesn't make a difference except for it doesn't do an animation that saves a bit. It's really cool, honestly. It's a really funny time save that I think is cool. Also, that's my trauma boss. He sucks. I hate Pfeffer. We're not going to even talk about it because we destroyed him there. Wow. I'm goated.
All the bosses are so different based on how much fleece you have when you enter the room.
It really is.
Zephyr can be very scary, especially his little spike attack that'll shoot out. So you just have to make sure you stay very far away from him and you'll be fine.
Oh, that was bad. Oh my. Sure.
Also, our chat has a general consensus that we are at 9 followers, but we could also be in the superposition between 152 and -1. So as long as no one observes that, they should all be valid.
Exactly.
I'm
see
sure.
a massive monster joining in on the counting as well.
Shout out. Oh, man.
Also, we will have a lot of time for donations in this run because eventually we just kind of get onto the grind of just clearing room after room.
Yeah.
And we don't want anyone to be sheepish. If you have some good puns, especially with donations, Iggy will be reading out a lot of them.
Yeah. I think, honestly, this is the place to do it. Silk Cradle 3, third time we go through Silk Cradle, obviously, is the longest dungeon in the game. If you don't get a Crusade floor skip, it's really awful, honestly. I would not subject anyone to a fate. Wow, that's a bad, rough hit. I would not subject anyone to playing through Silk Cradle 3 without a Crusade floor skip. So we're hoping. Wow, another unlucky
We
hit.
did get the gauntlets for Silk Cradle 3, which is a very good start. If you were to get something like the dagger on a Silk Cradle 3
Yeah.
run, that can take the dungeon run from about 3 to 4 minutes at its best to honestly around 10 minutes. So it's a lot of time saving in some of these runs.
Yeah, definitely. But
For,
otherwise, go ahead, Metro.
What I was going to say in the last run is my current personal best is 2:13, and I lost 4 minutes in Silk Cradle alone to bad map generation, which would have made it a world record. So the map gen is really the key to this game, and sometimes just get really bad Silk Cradles or Deep Crests that just kill the run.
Yeah, 100%.
But you can reliably get below an hour 20 by just not dying.
Yeah, 100%.
So
Honestly, the biggest hurdle. I was just gonna say the biggest hurdle to this game when you start out is honestly just learning to play with the golden fleece well. It's pretty rough going deathless with this run when you start in this run when you start out. It's pretty unfortunate.
bad luck there.
Also, yeah, bad luck there. We don't want to pick up those blueprint scrolls or any extra follower forms through scrolls. I was just looking for an extra heart because I'm kind of low right now. I don't like that. Ooh, this is fine. I'm gonna take this path. But otherwise, we'll be fighting a lot of enemies here. I don't think there's anything too special. Iggy, would you like to indoctrinate some of our followers through their kind donations?
It would be my pleasure. First off, though, we are nearly $5,000 left to reach the fight. So everybody, keep those donations coming in. Keep on donating. Put those towards that incentive to fight the boss. We got $25 from Archean. They say the true final boss must be stopped. Thank you very much for your generous donation. And we also have ourselves a $25 donation from Sinir, or Sinir, or
Sinir is
I don't know
fine.
how that's- They say, hey, I think I've seen you somewhere before. And the smiley face.
That is my partner. I love him. Oh, man. My heart.
During that donation, we are nearly at $47,000. Come on, everybody, it's the last push. Less than $3,000 to go. Let's keep on going.
Iggy is hyped. Oh my god, let's go.
Also, may Sonic rest in peace.
All right.
We did just kill that follower.
I can officially declare that I've cried during this run.
The drama. All right. Well, I think we got more
We are
time.
less than $24 away from hitting the incentive right now. Oh, everybody, who's gonna do it? Who's gonna do it?
You gotta be the
Who's
one.
gonna do it? Who is the cultist that will take us over the top? Come on!
Come on, chat.
We're almost there. Come on!
I'm hard focused right now. I don't have any police stacks. I have 2 hearts. I'm scared.
Ah! Sorry.
This is all of Iggy's work leading up to this moment. Can we get the payoff?
No, it takes a cult to beat a final boss. We are nearly there. Keep on
Come
going.
on.
Also, as an incentive, I'll be donating $50 if shovelclaws here doesn't die during the run, or 10 for every time that they do.
Yeah, this game's hard to go deathless in. It's pretty rough. Also, shout out to the cocoons in Silk Cradle. I hate these things. They just don't break sometimes. I don't know why.
They are a big pain. I think we've started to try and figure it out, and we believe it is the cocoon animations will shake periodically during the fights. And if you kill the final enemy in the room whilst the cocoon is shaking with just before their next shake pattern, they will drop the enemies in. If you don't do it during that time, then you'll have to wait honestly about 10 seconds before they will finally drop. So getting one of those every time during Silk Cradle will waste a good few minutes. That was a very good horse.
That was a really
was
good
my
horse
nice
fight.
one.
Oh my,
Shout out
that was
Everyone,
stressful.
I do want to issue a correction. It's not $49,000 left. The 6 is upside down in my brain. It's $47,000 remaining. We're less than $3,000 away. But yeah, just keep on pushing, everybody. Keep it going.
I love you,
Also-
Iggy. Oh my god.
Is awesome. Shout out to Horus here, the boss we just killed. They should be the scariest boss in the run, but for some reason no one's actually scared of them.
Yeah. It's
They're
pretty
a lot of
wild.
people's second hardest bosses, I want to say.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd
there's
say
one
they're
really obvious
objectively-
standout. You made a pun
I mean,
around
not
the
of the
boss.
major
Come
boss,
on.
not of the world bosses, but the regular bosses. They
That's
should be the
fair.
scariest, and in my head, they're the most dangerous. But emotionally, some of them just have left scars on all
Please
of
give
us.
me a
So
good weapon.
Gen.
Even
was
if I don't get a good
really
weapon, I honestly might. I'm gonna go through this and just try my best to swap it out. One thing
good.
about this game that they'll do on the last floor of every dungeon is that the bishop will show up and he'll like try to intimidate you and show you the path that you have to take. And it's actually really helpful for us because we can immediately just quit out if we don't get a crusade floor skip and try to reroll. Unfortunately, we got one but didn't get a good weapon, so it's like a 50-50. I'm just gonna hope.
Yeah, for context, by the way, it is between 30 and 90 seconds for every crusade floor you don't get a skip on, and we skipped 2 of them with that map gen. So it's actually worth keeping the dagger around, even if also, Shovel, you're doing fantastic here.
All right. Also, I'll point out that earlier we had a enemy dropping poison. Shout out to poison being the easiest game mechanic to avoid ever, because in our 3 collective, like 300, 400 hours between there, all of us have taken poison damage once, and one of us, it was out of curiosity to see what would happen. It's very hard to get hit by poison, and for that, I will donate $100 if I take poison damage during this run. No, I will not throw for content.
It
It
was
would be
very
kind of funny.
Everyone, we are less than $2,500 away from seeing that fight with the one who waits. Everybody, let's button this up.
Honestly, well, one thing, chat. I'm sure many of you have played this game. It got really popular, and I want to hear one thing from you. If this guy would spawn, meaning, I want to hear one thing in chat or in donations. We'll get a $5 hype train going. Why not? We want to meet that goal.
Yeah.
But chat, I want to know, what did you name your cult? You've already seen mine, and Metrick and Dezinator. Would you like to share what you named your cult?
no.
No smiley face.
I couldn't think of anything. It's just the Cult of the Lamb. It's terrible.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
shout out to
acceptable.
Metrick naming his cult the Cult of the Lamb. What's wrong with you?
Very original.
I'm putting you on blast. This is why I asked this question, was to make fun of
They
you in
don't,
front of
they don't like
60,000 people.
give you the choice. It's not like, oh yeah, you'll want to name your cult later and give you time to think about it. They just walk up and be like, hey, what do you want to name your cult? And it's like, I'm trying to figure out how to kill a boss right now. Why are you asking this?
Yeah,
Man.
mine was named the Den of the Dezinator, so a little bit of shameless self-promo.
Also, we got a weapon spawn, but we didn't get any actual weapons. We just got curses. What's the point? But otherwise,
Also-
Iggy, you can go ahead, Metrick.
I'm loving all the chat right now. Stream chat is just throwing out all their cult names, and they're all fantastic.
I love chat.
I
Iggy,
shouldn't
would
have
you like
shared it. I should have just been, oh, it's mysterious. You'll have to. What are your guesses? And then just pick one I like.
Yeah, for sure. That's the goal in life, is to just let everyone guess what happens. I was gonna say, Iggy, you have time for one donation, but I lied. We're at Shimura already, and we didn't get a different weapon. I'm mad. What's the point?
I mean,
course
you
I
have
had to get 2 curses.
You're doing 7 times damage with a dagger right now. That's
It's not terrible, and I do have 3 charges of my curse right now, but it's still annoying because Shimura's a pretty rough boss. I'm just gonna focus here. Iggy, would you like to indoctrinate some more followers?
We have a very fine follower here. $25. BZ Archer says had to donate to unlock the true final boss. We are less than $2,000 away.
Get there,
Y'all are doing
Chad.
so well, everybody. Let's keep it going. We also got $25 from Spec. Spec. We love Spec. Says even though you're a lamb, you're my goat. I love you so much, bestie. Shout outs to Knuckles. Thank you, Spec.
Shout outs to Knuckles. Reppin'. Also, that was a really good Shimura fight.
That was
very good.
Ooh,
hitless with a dagger. Good job.
hitless with a dagger.
Shimura's
Before-
hitboxes are probably one of the scariest things in this game, so you can
Yeah,
just get jumped
100%.
at instantly and lose all of your damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll to the chest there. I want more gold. I'm a greedy little guy. And then we're just gonna escape out, and we're done with Silk Cradle. No more Silk Cradle. We're deathless so far, baby. We're gonna keep it going.
It's a very good run.
Yeah, it's been good so far.
Less than $1,500 to go, by the way.
Oh my God, get there, chat.
Get it in,
We
chat.
can fit donations in during, I think, Anchor Deep 2, but Anchor Deep 1 has a bit to go over. So, we're gonna avoid this using this Heart of the Heretic. It's not worth anything. So we're just gonna go straight into our next dungeon, which is Anchor Deep, the water level. Everyone loves water levels in chat, right? I'm a Sonic gamer. I don't like water levels. But unless it's Sonic Rush Adventures, these jet ski moments, I love those. I haven't even played that game. I just like them in concept. But Anchor Deep introduces our last weapon of the 5 weapons in this game. Well, 5 main weapons. There's a lot of curses. Dezinator, would you like to talk about the hammer some? And speak good on my man Hammer. Thank you.
Of course, the hammer, the long-anticipated hammer, the 5th and final weapon we'll be getting in this game. It's going to have the best base damage potential out of any weapon, so it's a good backup, especially if we lose our golden fleece stacks of damage.
I was trapped against that wall.
The only downsides, it is going to be the slowest weapon that we will unlock. This very good room, James. So yeah, also its animation cancelling as well can be a bit tricky. Its timing is a little bit off and doesn't save as much time as some other weapons will. For some areas in Anchor Deep here, it's all right. A weapon, there's not going to be that many potential issues in terms of enemies, but in our final area of the game, Anura, that's going to have a lot of small, squishy, and very fast enemies. They can prove a big challenge if we have a hammer equipped. So we want to hope for as little hammers as possible in Anura.
Well,
so we'll just get it out.
You're not the runner, Dezinator. I'm a big fan of the hammer. I'm part of the hammer gang. I really like the hammer, and I don't know. I don't mind it, honestly, in Anura or Anchor Deep. That's the only 2 dungeons we'll see it in, because it always shows up after you kill your second bishop. That's how weapons in this game work. They show up whenever you kill bishops.
I actually route my route around unlocking the hammer after I finish, like as late as possible into the run, because it guarantees on Silk Cradle 4 I get the hammer instead of a dagger.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
It's if you don't like the hammer, it's actually pretty good. I am terrible with the hammer. You guys saw me earlier today with that thing. Also, if you people there were saying that the hammer's good, leaving an enemy with a sliver of life, you have not one-shot a boss, clearly.
As you just saw a 2-shot happen right there on my mortal enemy of a boss, Salios. Yeah, essentially the same thing happened to me as did Metrick for his big bad boss before. I was on a world record pace run, had a dagger in hand, killed Salios, and then of course later on in Anchor Deep in one of the little question mark rooms you can potentially fight a mini boss you've already killed. I had 2 health to my name, 20 damage on my golden fleece, and a dagger in hand. I entered the room and saw him, and I thought, this is over, this is it.
This is it, what's the point? I'm gonna honestly just take the dagger here. I'm not really feeling the reroll. I'm a gambling man.
Shout out to the jumping spiders.
Except for this. Shout out to
enemy in the game.
Fighters. Oh man, these guys suck. There's so many bad enemies. Not conceptually or anything. They're okay. What was that? I'm scammed.
I'm with you on that one.
Okay, that one was me. That one was fair, actually. that was a skill issue.
On the 2 enemies that we've been complaining about here, Salios is scary because most of the bosses, I actually noticed this, even the big bosses, like world bosses, they will hesitate while they summon allies. They'll sit there and do a summoning animation. Salios does it. If you take like 15 seconds to kill Salios, there's like 30 enemies in the room. It's horrible.
I don't have... What? Oh, I totally forgot to indoctrinate a follower here. You can actually avoid this fight room if you have any followers indoctrinated. I just forgot.
Well, you have 1, but they're probably sick right now.
Yeah, they got sick on Anchor Deep 1. That's my mistake. Oh, well, more fighting. Go ahead.
Honestly, not a bad idea given you've got dagger to build up the golden fleece.
Actually, yeah, fair. Copium.
Also, sometimes it will just spawn one exploding enemy in the center of the room, which you saw
It
earlier.
will.
And I've had that happen like 3 times in a row. I was just, okay. Probably saved
it's
time
very
because
fun.
I didn't hurt my follower.
It's also free golden fleece stacks. Shout out to the exploding enemies. Those guys rock.
Also, there's another soft block related to illness that I only found out. I have a soft block I only encountered for the first time this week, and I've encountered it twice. The first one is I thought I was outsmarting the game on I was on world record pace, and then
Nice
I was like, hey, if I use this duplication, I can have one less follower for Shamara to kill. And the game just soft locks if it can't kill 2 followers. Because it summons one, you kill him, and then you just sit there in silence forever.
Yeah, it's really funny. Also, shout out to
the
that
other-
follower room. I'm just gonna mention this real fast. There are 3 follower room forms, and one of them is just a little dude sitting in the middle of the room. That was that. It's very fast. I'm gonna grab this sword.
If he's
Go
got
ahead,
red
Metrick.
eyes because he's angry or sad, make sure you hit the right dialogue option to indoctrinate them to your cult. Otherwise, they just won't come. I definitely don't have experience with that in a GDQ event before. It would never have happened.
Yeah, go watch the GDQ hotfix of this that Dezinator ran. There's some funny moments. It's very cool. But Metrick, what were you saying before?
Oh yeah, the other thing is I just coincidentally, I had another run where I coincidentally indoctrinated a follower that was sick. The game didn't clear the sickness like it normally does on easy, and I sacrificed my non-sick followers for the fleece. So I got to that sacrifice, and the gods won't punish a follower if they're already in a bad condition. So it just summoned my 1 healthy follower, and I was soft blocked.
Yep.
Again, I'm like
funny.
not a world record pace that time, but a PB pace, and
This game is very cruel when you're on PB pace. Also, what a dungeon. That was like 3 rooms.
that was
very
We're
nice.
already to the boss.
fantastic. Anchor deep.
Wow. That was a really good
Yeah,
one.
a good. Even in the later portions of the game, on a really good dungeon run, you can be under 3 minutes, even in the late game areas, for an entire crusade, if you get good map gen and room gen.
Yeah. Aberram there,
Also-
very easy.
Habram didn't knock your fleece out when you walked in. Always nice.
Don't you test me, Metrick. Yeah, the immediate fireball he shoots has hit me way more times than is probably reasonable and is probably not embarrassing.
It gets
I mean-
me as well, don't worry.
It gets me too. It's
rough.
I found out the hard way. Harborum aims that fireball. It's not actually a random pattern that just happens to align with the doors. It's an aimed shot. And I was like, I sidestepped, like, haha, I've got 800% fleece. You will miss this attack. And then he just smacked me in the face by angling it 5 degrees.
Exactly. It's rough, man. You gotta dodge around it, or else you're getting smacked.
And
but-
losing the fleece when you enter a boss room is like a 20-second time loss. It's rough.
Oh, do I really want to take this dagger too?
Thank you for the pun disjunction.
We are getting dangerously close to the end of this game as well. So, Iggy, what do they have to do to make sure they can see even more of it?
We are getting dangerously close to buttoning up this incentive. It is less than $200.
Let's go,
Everybody,
Let's
keep
go.
it going.
Yes.
Iggy, I want to know, does chat have any cool, wild little cult names that they've sent in? Also, man. Okay, hold up. Go off, King.
Yeah, well, Dez and Metrick are keeping an eye on chat. I'm keeping an eye on donations. We have $10 from Non-Existent Pumpkin. They say, I assumed the cult was just going to be named A because it's a speed run. Personally, I named mine the Divine Quilt. That is adorable. Thank you. We also have $10 from
Love
Falcon. They say, kids named our cult the Cool Dude Club. Cool dudes, there you go. Less than $9 to go this time for real. We
Oh my
have
God.
met the incentive to fight! The one who waits!
Woo!
Let's
The
go.
fight! Thank you, everybody! and
Let's
we have
go.
also reached and surpassed $1.2 million raised for the PCF for this event. Thank you, everybody!
That's amazing.
Amazing work.
Great job,
it in.
chat. I'm proud of us.
You're
Fantastic.
all amazing.
But, yeah,
Also, with
I think
that,
this is just a lot of combat.
with that incentive, shovelclaws is officially off PB pace. It's like a 6-minute time
Oh,
loss
let's
to
go.
fight the true final boss.
That's very good.
Ooh.
Oh my
That's
God.
really good at ring
Fast follower?
generation.
Nope.
No fast follower. I don't mind this, honestly.
This room's only
More
painful with a
stats.
dagger, so you know.
Yeah. It's fine. I'll just play it safe. But yeah, we just have a bunch of combat. Iggy, More followers,
yes.
please.
Yes, plenty of donations coming in to help button up that incentive. Thank you, everybody. And yeah, Metrick, the puns. Why'd you do the puns? $5 from Swedish Way saying, I'm not a sheep, but I can sacrifice $5 to shear the true boss. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Boo, or should I say bah? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat. It's okay. One day the pun reckoning will come and I won't be forgiven.
Yeah, I fleeced shovelclaws of their happiness, so.
Man. What's the
You have
point?
$25 from an anonymous donor. They say, with your trouble counting cultists, I could see why you're bashful about playing Knucklebones.
Shout out to the other categories of this game. Knucklebones percent, marriage percent, and sacrifice percent. They're little games. The great categories. I like them.
I can watch
Even
some
though
of
I
those
haven't run
sometime.
them. I would just like them on concept. More time.
Another quick fun time skip, by the way. All those omnipresence recalls we've been using at the end of dungeons skip a lot of conversations with the one who waits.
We're not going to even see the best NPC.
Oh, that's very
Exactly.
good.
What a tragedy. Okay, I don't know what hit me.
unfortunate.
I guess that guy was shooting fireballs and I didn't see. Oh well.
Here's the guy
I shot at the
behind,
window.
shot a fireball through the dude right in front of you.
I'm not concerned. I will get this tarot card though. I'm kind of worried. Because I do believe this is Calamar, right?
It is, yeah. Ooh.
This fight's gonna be rough.
So-
All right, Calamar with the dagger. Followers, we need you to give your power to shovelclaws because they're gonna need it.
We're
Praise the
buying
land
a
as hard
tarot
as you
card here
can.
too. I want to make sure I'm safe in this fight. Ooh,
Calamar
attack rate
here is
increase
gonna
with
be
the
very
dagger?
nice.
You guys are in for a treat.
Calamite is going to be probably most people's
Oh
scariest
wait, it's not even
bosses.
Calamar, it's PS.
It's not
We
even-
all forgot
okay,
about this
we
guy.
just can't
Oh.
count.
What's the
Yeah.
point? This guy's
I was
easy.
going to say, this would be a very bad fight if this was Calamar.
Yeah.
Calamar is considered the hardest boss by pretty much everybody, if you include world bosses in that, and take all
that
the bad
was
stuff
me.
you're seeing from Beelzebub and just dial it up to 25. Go straight through 11.
Yeah, it's rough. Beelzebub is usually not this hard, but he's feeling particularly mean today.
Also,
There we
this
go,
is
that's
the longest Beelzebub fight I have seen since I probably encountered him the first time, because that boss
Dagger
has no
moment.
health.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy's really weak. Dagger moment, I got hit a few times. It's fine. It's chill. I'm good. I didn't need those tarot cards at all. So that was a time waste, but whatever. I'm alive. That's what matters. Otherwise, do you guys have anything to talk about during Anchor Deep 4?
Well, we missed Plimbo, so this whole
We
run's
did
been
miss
invalidated.
Blimbo,
But
so
you know,
yeah, what's the point?
Well, we got Clunk on Bop, so that made up for it.
Yeah.
but
This is our last
we
Anchor
have no
Deep run.
capitalism.
Okay,
Plimbo, for
nice.
context, is a merchant we skipped around in the last dungeon who is angry at us because it turns out committing 4 acts of deicide in an hour destabilizes the economy.
Yeah, you would have thought. But
We
yeah,
talked
honestly,
about his genetic makeup as well.
the NPCs in this game are all honestly kind of just freaks. I don't know what's wrong with them. We have a fisherman who's a fisherman. I don't know. He's a dude.
Man, fisherman, manfish.
That was a really scary enemy there. Wow, I can't believe I missed that guy.
Oh, these purple guys, by the way, they never show up. They are so rare.
That is very
I
rare,
wish they showed
yeah.
up more. They're one hit.
Yeah.
But we did get a Crusade floor skip here, pretty good. Have a follower room coming up. Chat, how many followers are we at? I need to check up.
Last I saw was 17.
Oh. Cool. We probably don't
So,
even need this follower then. It's fine. Might as well be safe.
We
In
shall
case
see.
chat really can't count.
I trust you,
Oh,
chat.
I trust chat. I don't know why I used that curse. I thought I had explosion, not gonna lie. Whew. I don't know how I did get hit by that. Whew. Anyways.
Don't know how much I trust chat, but one of them thinks we're at 97, and I like to think positive because they're doing a better job counting than me.
Yeah. If Chad has somehow just found an insane follower duplication glitch, please
man.
tell us. We would love to know.
Also,
Yeah.
we got really good map gen.
We did. That Anchor Deep was
Anchor
pretty
Deep 4.
solid. But yeah, until you can read donations until Calamar, I think. I'm just gonna try to focus up. Go for it. Wait. Yes, I skipped him again.
Yo.
Did you skip a fight sequence?
No, I skipped Plimbo again.
Oh,
Which is very good. Means we'll
You
never have to see
monster.
the animation of it opening.
sorry. Back to our cult indoctrination.
Of course.
And the
we
bothful
have
puns that are
$5
coming our way.
Very lovely cultist Hypnotics.
Oh,
They say,
shout out.
and Knuckles. Claws, you're
Knuckles.
smashing this. This is your reminder to keep breathing less than 3.
I had stopped breathing a long time ago.
We also have ourselves a bit of a musical follower, if I may take a stab at it.
After Calamar, you can, because this fight's pretty rough.
Should be pretty
This-
easy given your damage, but yeah.
Hopefully, we'll see, but anything can happen. It's cool.
Yeah.
This game's unpredictable. Calamar will have 4 arms here, and that lower right arm there is the Holy Grenade. That thing is terrifying, and turns this game into a bull hell. Doesn't even matter.
Very
Calamar's
nice.
easy. Get owned.
Very nice.
Calamar is calamari.
That was the fun that started this whole mess of a run. But yeah.
Yeah, that was a mistake the first time I said that on air, because at GDQ Hotfix, they had a herd mentality, and our flock went wild with it, so...
Man. Anyways, yeah, hit that high note.
All right, we'll give this one a shot. We have $25 from our lovely cultist cartridge blowers. They say, "Look in my eyes, what do you see? A cult of laminality. Cultist poops, cultist dies. When the bishop speaks, then that bishop lies. You'll be forced to follow me. Only you can donate to Iggy." Then the sick guitar solo. Say, "Hi, Cardi B here. Put this towards fighting the true final boss in Cult of the Lamb, because true evil must never be allowed to win. That is why we're supporting PCF after all." Yeah, don't donate to me. Donate to shovelclaws. Donate to PCF. Thank you so much.
I'll gladly
was
take the money.
amazing.
College is
So,
expensive.
bro-
That was actually
Yeah.
really good. Wow.
You got a good set of pipes.
Bravo,
on you.
Iggy.
Jeez.
We have fun here.
Thanks, mom and dads.
Oh, the gross. Yeah, welcome to Anura, or as I like to call it, Frog Forest from Sonic Heroes. I'm cringe. I'm accepting that fact. That's okay. Yeah, this is pretty straightforward. It's a bunch of frogs. We'll see some... Oh, hey, well, I was going to say we're going to see some fun enemies. We immediately saw them. These skeletons, fun fact, have the exact same attack patterns as the humans from Silk Cradle when you kill your followers. I just like that little piece of continuity of the skeletons having the same attack patterns, because it implies that there's a skeleton inside all of us and that we're all fighters inside.
Even though we're technically
Also,
supposed to come here before Silk Cradle, I like to think that the developers knew that we were going to be doing Silk Cradle first, so they knew we're killing our followers and they sent them back to haunt us in their afterlife as skeletons.
There's just so much environmental storytelling there. It's beautiful. I love this game. Anyways,
Also, shovelclaws, you called our followers humans, and they are very clearly sheep, but does that go towards our mispronunciation jar?
no, I'm exempt from that. Smiley face.
Fair. I don't think we've actually said anything wrong. We had a running
think we have.
joke that we'd pay for anything to
I think I heard
mispronounce.
Metrick say something about, I called Anchor Deep like Deep Wrench or something 20-30 minutes ago or something.
Australian hearing, man. What do they hear down there?
I don't know, maybe. It's all flipped upside down. We all know that.
You're upset over that when I said clontlets when you
I heard
first
that.
picked them
I
up?
was going to mention it. I was going to let you get away with that. Probably
I mean, it
mistake
wasn't a
on my end.
mispronunciation. That was
I know,
deliberate.
I know. I'm just mad at you.
Pleasing all parties.
For context, the gauntlets are typically called the claws by people in our speedrunning community. I don't like that name. I am Claws. Leave me alone. But I want to shout out Hecate for starving a single one of our followers and then not doing much else, honestly. Also, that was Gusian. He jumps around. Frog, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're just going to head right back into Honora, unless you two have something to talk about. I think we can indoctrinate a few more donations.
No, I don't. This is pretty straightforward.
All right, we have Free Spirit indoctrinated with their $40 donation. They say Cult of the Lamb is my first game that I tried to speedrun and glitch hunt in, and it has been a blast with such a wonderful community. I wish you the best of luck, Shovelclaws. Slay those bishops and slay those heretics. I will also donate an additional $20 for every time you successfully do the glitch in Midas's cave, which is up to 3 times /$60. Where were we at on that?
We got 2 of the 3.
We got 2 of them.
Yeah.
Keeping
Also,
up with
shout out
that
to the
$40
mushrooms
donation,
there.
Free Spirit, thank you.
Go ahead. That was it.
Oh yeah, we also got Squeakers with a very generous $20 donation to say, I quite literally decided to start speedrunning this game last week. So imagine my surprise and joy to hear that Cult of the Lamb was going to appear on this year's AGDQ. Good luck on your run, Claws, and I'm praying you don't get too many daggers, or as I like to call them, butter knives, on your run. All hail the Lamb.
Well, that's the name now.
That's official.
That's
great. I've never heard that. I wanted to hear it.
Neither. Oh, it's so good. Oh my god.
I dodged that enemy and immediately went into the next. Man, let's... Oh, well.
I must say as well, if you are interested in running this game, it is a very, very beginner-friendly game to speedrun. If you've never speedrun a game before, this is by far one of the best ones that you can do. We've got an amazing community as well that'll be more than willing to help you out with anything.
I want to ask, because I think this is correct for both of you. This is your first ever game you've ever speedran, right?
Yeah.
Properly, yeah.
Yeah. Like, 2 of my couches are people who've never speedran a game before. And one of them has world record. The other is 2nd place in the alternative category, and I think 6th place now. And I think you got 5th place right before this run.
If you look at the leaderboards, they're entirely wrong. Shovelclaws is 4th, and I'm 5th, according to runs that haven't been verified yet. So
yeah. Super beginner friendly. Join Massive Monsters Discord. It's linked on our speedrun.com page, speedrun.com/cult_of_the_am. We love seeing people join this game. It's honestly not been super active lately, so we'd love to have you. This community is great. No, we got the mushrooms. Shout out to these guys. They unlock Sozo's Cave, where in the no major glitches route, we do that. We kill all of them. Oh, there's a...
I think you just walked right past the boss room.
Yeah, I did. I took a dough card for the fans.
Do you want to go back to more donations after this? Do you want to go over no major glitches, which is probably the more beginner-friendly category because there's less to memorize about it, which is why I did it for a while.
Yeah, we can talk about no major glitches. That's fine. We'll have plenty during the next.
Also, Gusion, fun, memorable boss for some reason.
That was
Gusion just sticks out. Oh, wait, Gusion's the last one.
It was pronunciation.
Okay, well,
Let's go.
that's 10 in the jar. In no major glitches, we cannot do the follower duplication from earlier or the map teleportation skip. You can't go to a region that you haven't unlocked yet. So what we do instead is we continue through as normal, and we branch off by just going back into, as soon as you can, you unlock Honora, and you finish Gusian's fight, and then as soon as you encounter those mushroom people, they tell you where Sozo lives, who is a mushroom person that may or may not be smoking his followers. Regardless, though, we feed him those followers we collected. Yeah, the mushrooms have interesting effects, and the sentient ones have moral questions that we don't go into. Because we don't want to.
That's a question for when no major glitches gets on stage.
And so what we instead do, though, is we grab those followers, and we really quick run out. We go to the Man-Fisherman-Man-Fish's cave. Oh yeah, you kill Leshy first, because you need to have the coastline unlocked. We fish up 1 rare fish. We take a fish we steal from the Man-Fisherman-Man-Fish when we talk to him, and feed that to a creature lurking in the dark. Then we run over to Sozo, feed Sozo their followers, and if we got lucky and got 2 rare fish instead of 1, we just go and grab the fleece, and if we didn't, then we feed a follower to the thing in the darkness. And that is the entire branch between the 2 runs, and it's why there's such a small time difference for cutting out all of the significant glitches.
Yeah. Also, I want you all to meet Ratao's brother. He's much better than Ratao. We're gonna get on everyone's bad side with this statement. I think all 3 of us really don't like Ratao.
Yeah. We're about to be lambasted by our followers in chat, but
I hate it here,
Ratao is
man.
not. Ratao is quite literally, they were the last cult leader before you, and they failed at their job, so you're here now, and they just go, hey, now that you're in charge, I'm going to go and off to the mountains and gamble for the rest of eternity.
I almost donated $100 in that room.
Yeah.
Man, imagine my second ever poison damage is on during the run. Oh man, that'd be awesome.
I would love to see
Take
that.
the dive.
Never. You can't take me.
The most dramatic scene in the whole game, though, is you get the option to sacrifice
warning.
Ratao for... Oh yeah, spoiler, sorry. You can sacrifice Ratao to this monster in the dark that we do not see in this speedrun. And the lamb is so dramatic over it. There's like wind
it's
blowing,
really good
they're
acting.
crying, they're reaching out for each other. And
the lamb chose to, so I don't know why he's so sad, but he is.
exactly.
If you are hunting
it's
for achievements as well in the game, make sure you beat Ratao in Knucklebones before you sacrifice him, because otherwise you'll be locked out of an achievement forever.
I thought you get a little like letter from him, and he's like,
No, you need to
you
beat
can
all
fight
your
him.
opponents in Knucklebones, so if you don't beat him first,
Damn.
then
I didn't know that.
bye-bye.
Oh
You
yeah,
mentioned that before.
Ratao leaves a note behind talking about how they think of the lamb as like their child, and
Yeah.
just
It's weird, man.
I'm sorry, Ratao, this went one way.
One way for us. I'm sure everyone in chat loves Ratao, but we don't. Anyways, Nura 4, I think I can count, right?
Yes, heck it's here.
Yeah, 4. This is great time for donos. We'll have more time at the end, of course, but indoctrinate more followers, Iggy.
Also, we have
Of course.
in actual followers, we have way more than we need. So
Yeah,
that's all.
100%. Chat, you can stop counting. I'm sure the chat mods do not like us right now.
Well, we got ourselves $50 from Amiable Apparition with a cult name. So you had to donate for my favorite game of 2022, Eulogy, E-W-E-L-G-Y of the Lambs, was my cult name, by the way. That's a good one, thank you. We also have $5 from Nux Tenma. They say my cult name was Arthurian Dulcis. Because it was funny to me to name a cult Marshmallow Candy, but to write it in Latin to make it seem creepy.
Nice.
Gracias. Hey, and we also have $133 from honorary cultists Bash Prime, the runners from the previous Metroid Prime Multi-World Randomizer run. They say, hey, GDQ, Uncle Reggie and I got a combined 133% during the Metroid Prime cross-game run, so I'm donating $1 for each percent. Thank you so much for having us on, and thank you both of you for that amazing run.
I feel so embarrassed that I did not name my cult anything funny or clever. Just, I am a fake fan.
It's okay, Metrick. We still love you. Yeah, you still have more time for donos, though.
Dokie, more cult names here. Got $50 from Patches. They say, I named my cult after my tumor in my bout with cancer, the Carcinoid Crusaders. Thanks to early detection, I beat my cancer, and I'm so glad to help with the great cause that is GDQ, and I'm able to enjoy amazing games and runs like shovelclaws, completely annihilating Cult of the Lamb. Keep up the great work. Give you the great names.
This will be a final boss fight coming up.
Yeah, this will be our final
in
boss
any
fight.
percent category.
In any
This will be our
percent.
final boss fight.
Of course, we did meet that incentive, so you guys rock, and we'll see the final one.
Funny thing about the incentive is, besides from shovelclaws, Metrick and I have both fought this boss at the very end once each, I think.
I fought him one more time out of catharsis after a bad run. But they're the scariest boss because we don't know how to fight them. They're not even hard. We just don't know them.
You've got some practice in now.
I've fought him like maybe 6 times now. It's messy, but it's more than I did when I submitted this run. I'll tell you that. We'll see if this... Oh, wait. Actually, I'm going to go back and get that hammer right before the boss fight. I think this room might be it. Called it. I want to get this hammer before this boss fight. Hecat's boss fight is really, really important to have enough damage on. And the reason for that is because he has a phase where earlier he spawned 2 big frogs. You might have seen it. Might have not registered it. But he spawns 2 really big frogs, and those frogs will reappear in this fight. When they appear, Hecat will be off screen until we kill those 2 frogs. So we want to deal enough damage in order to kill him before that phase happens, or else we have to fight 2 extra enemies, and it's just going to be real annoying, big time loss. So we want to avoid that as much as we can. But yeah, I'm just going to focus here, try my best to not die, not miss that phase skip. We shouldn't die, I have enough health. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, just going to focus. Nice.
Very
nice. We're good. Also, I have like we can't hear the stream right now. Actually, our commentator. So I just have the chillest music. So that was just silence with like gentle drums and timpani in the background. It's kind of nice. Which, if you haven't listened to this game's soundtrack, please do. It is wonderful.
It is amazing.
Shout out to the soundtrack. It's really good.
And shovelclaws. Should I put some mispronunciation money in the jar for you? Because Hecat is a she.
What?
Yeah,
The
no,
only
you don't know
female
that?
bishop, yeah.
I feel like you've mentioned it somewhere. I forgot.
Went over this last time, and Shamra is an it, and the other 2 are he.
In one brain, out the other. It's fine.
Obscure lore, by the way, so...
Very obscure lore. This game has a lot of lore. It's pretty cool. I don't know any of it, but it's cool.
Speaking of lore, something you might have noticed with Calamar, our boss fight from earlier in Anchor Deep, you might have noticed he had some ears missing that were a bit chopped off. A little bit of a relation back to this good old saying, hear no evil, which is the achievement you get actually when you beat Calamar for the first time. And Hecat there has a sliced throat as well, which is very gruesome for such a cute game.
This game's really gruesome for being so cute. It's rough.
Yeah.
Also, the bear from earlier.
The bear.
We mentioned it.
Oh,
but yeah,
yep.
so Hecat will link back to Speak No Evil then as well.
Also, this run has officially become unbearable, so...
Yeah.
Wow, so mean. Anyways, we're gonna indoctrinate up to 20 followers. Go for it, Iggy. You can read more of our followers' messages.
Well, I do have one here. It's $106.66. See what you did there. By a very lovely cultist, Happy by 3.
I love Happy.
I could not be more excited to see Cult of the Lamb at AGDQ, and I can't think of a better representative than the exceptional shovelclaws. It is wild how far this game has come from when it was just a few of us routing the demo category last summer. I'm so stoked to see how another 6 months changes the run. Can't wait to see everybody at SGDQ back at you. And I, of course, have to use this platform to tell Massive Monster, put an echidna in the game next. Thank you, Happy.
Please.
We love you.
Please put an echidna in this game. My dreams will come true with that alone. Again, Knuckles fan. Where am I going? Okay, cool. Thanks, Draft. Also, you may have noticed that we're speeding up time. This game has a time speed up button. It's the triangle button on my DualShock 5. It's very helpful. It sucks that all the followers are getting grossed out by the vomit here.
Yeah,
sorry,
ignore
guys.
all that.
That's what happens when you ignore your followers for an hour and 15 minutes.
Turns out being an evil overlord involves a lot of sanitation.
Also, who knew installing bathrooms was a necessity?
Also, before we go to the final boss room, the mispronunciation jar was a horrid mistake because we have discovered how to pronounce a couple other names.
Oh no.
Including M is the name of one of the bishop, the one who waits main people. But also, Hecat is Hecate.
Thanks, Chad.
Hecate.
Really?
Yeah, Hecate
Yeah,
is how
they're
they're
going
pronounced.
full out nerd emoji.
I think
I'm
we
proud of you,
just.
chat.
I think we owe all the mispronunciations right now.
Someone DM Dezinator on Twitter, and he'll handle it. Or me, I'll handle it. DM me, actually. I'd much rather get those DMs than subjecting Dezinator to it. I'm so sorry.
Also, not only is there a fast forward button, which some people are freaking out about right now, there is a ba button
Oh, I
that
haven't
makes
even
you
shown that up.
temporarily invulnerable.
I totally meant to. Also,
It's
I
a very
indoctrinated
funny button.
all of our followers without even realizing it.
Also,
fine.
there we were just buying, so.
Yeah.
Bit of
But-
a bleat.
Yeah, we're gonna head out to the final boss now that we have 20 followers. The seal breaks off this door with all of the bishops dead, and we make our way into the gateway. The gateway is a very special place where we will do a ritual to once again visit the one who waits and choose between sacrificing ourselves to give him back full power or taking the power for ourselves. And because of all your donations, we're gonna take that power for ourselves. We're gonna kill the man upstairs, downstairs. Purgatory is a weird place. And that's fine. That's fine by me. Also, I'm feeling a little bit frisky. I'm feeling something.
Only
my heart.
hard.
I'm not doing extra hard. I'm sorry. I don't even know if this really impact anything. I've never tested it before. That's never happened before. I said the line. I had to. You're on GDQ for the first time. Come on, you got it.
Also, I am even wronger. It is a Hecate.
Hecate.
Hecate is a different god.
Oh, man.
Goddess.
Anyways,
Also-
this
We're
is
just
where
gonna put
time-
100 in the jar and call
Fair.
it good.
This is where we typically accept to be sacrificed, and that's where time would end. I don't like that idea. We're gonna use the red crown, all of its powers, for ourselves. Also, if you haven't noticed, the red crown is our weapon, which I think is cute. But here we have, I'm not gonna pronounce that.
Ball. It's ball. I looked it up. I knew
Ball.
this was gonna happen.
Anyways,
I mean, it's a sheep game. Surely it's ball.
I will say this fight is relatively simple, it's relatively straightforward. They'll do what they want. And I know my commentators have a handful of people they want to thank. So we're going to use this time for their shoutouts, just real quick. Also, I will note, this fight doesn't have the golden fleece. It takes it from you automatically when you enter the arena. It takes all fleeces from you. So we don't have to worry about anything. But
Also,
either of you can go ahead whenever you want.
it happened. The Outer Wilds soundtrack is now playing on our
No!
playlist. So this run has officially been slow.
Tragic.
So I would just like to give some shout outs, first of all, to my family, especially the ones that introduced me to AGDQ, and my friends, and particularly Parzano, who has been cheering on the chat, who their donation did not get read off, sadly, but they are responsible for the absolutely terrible quantity of puns that you have all been subjected to. So if you're looking for someone to hate, there you go. Dezinator.
Yeah, love to say thanks my family, my parents, my brother as well. They still think I'm pretty new into this whole genre of runs and everything as well. Hopefully they can get a bit more behind it, get to know it a bit more as well as I do. Thanks to all my friends as well, my partner Eloise as well. I love you. Thank you for all your support and guidance through all this. You've been amazing.
All right. Thank you guys for joining me on the couch. You guys have been wonderful to rehearse with the past few months. I wouldn't be here without you guys because, man, is this game rough to solo commentate. But as for me, this fight's taking much longer than I thought. Maybe setting the difficulty to hard was a bad idea. And also, I just realized I'm at 1.5 hearts. I didn't realize this game doesn't give you heart refills on hard. I thought, okay, again, bad idea to do this without testing it. But, 1 heart.
Again, we don't know how to fight this boss, because we just don't.
One thing I only realized, we don't have Golden Fleece as well. We're stuck with level 1 weapons, which, for context, I think by this stage of the game, you should probably have like level 15 to 20 weapons, I want to say. So the damage scaling is ridiculous. Also, we are in 1 health territory here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna focus. Iggy, you wanna? Unless Metrick, you wanna finish that statement? But,
No, I've got nothing.
Okay, yeah, Iggy, take it away. More followers. We don't need them, but nice to hear from our followers.
Ready. Got $70 from Trader saying, "Yo, Claus,
Yo, Trader.
it's me, Trader. You donated and gave such a heartfelt message during my run, so now it's my turn to return the favor.
Oh, half heart.
Shovel, it has been absolutely wonderful meeting you. The amount of time and effort you put into your runs, to the genuine kindness you show everyone, no matter which community you're a part of, you are a source of inspiration for me and many others. And that's why you are the best cult leader. Praise the Lamb and accept my tithe." Aww.
Praise the Lamb.
Praise the Lamb.
Bah.
No!
Oh.
Man. Okay. We're gonna knock it down to medium because I'm not confident enough to do that again.
And we're just going to ignore that for the donation thing. We're just going to call it 100 even, because at this point our sense of pronunciation greatly exceed any piety we've gained by running this cult.
Yeah, wow, it turns out this game's harder than I thought.
Also, one of our chat members had a pun-filled encouragement, but we all woolly believe in you. So.
Man. I don't know if I want it.
Yeah, you said earlier
chat.
you guys still appreciate me, but there was plenty of time for more puns, so.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, you might have noticed I set it to easy. That's actually just to get my health up. That way I can now set it to medium.
Also, we got a "you died" emoji in chat, so.
Wait, that's so good.
That is pretty good, actually.
Well,
Alright,
we've
we'll try
got
this
time
again.
for some more indoctrinations.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, yes. Well, Des, this one's for you. Des and Metric. $5 from Gib Girl. Says, "For those of you about to donate with lamb puns, you should think twice before you say something that makes you feel sheepish." Thank you.
Surprised it took us that long to get to that pun.
Yeah.
I think I've said that twice already, but the donators in chat are usually really quick on that one.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's my Outer Wilds has just started playing as well.
No!
Oh, that's some chill lo-fi beats to kill the demon to. I love it. We got $25 from Candrel. Says, "Excuse me, did you call me a sheep?" "No, I called you a ewe." Thank you very much.
I like that. I've heard that before. Man, shovelclaws wants mutton to do with this.
Oh my god.
Ouch! Oh,
That's a new one.
That one was from the hotfix. One of our
lovely.
loyal cultists put that one in there.
Alright, I'm so focused right now. Oh, man. Whew. We got through that with only half a heart, and they're actually dropping hearts now. Man, they're so nice. I'm
I
gonna
want
pick
to
up this
quickly
blue
say
heart
as well, if you want to see more Cult of the Lamb at GDQ, check out the Frost Fatales event.
Yes.
A 20-something loser will be running marriage percent there, I believe, so it'd be a completely different run to this. It'd be very exciting to watch. Make sure to show your love there.
Yeah, if you're really disappointed with how little of the casual game we saw, I know it was just going through dungeons, and not everyone's playing this game to dungeon crawl. I know that. Yeah, so check out that run. That run's gonna be great. Additionally, 100% is a really good category. It's very long. It's like 6 hours, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's we unlock everything, and there's actually a lot of improvement to be made on that. A lot of people want to dedicate 6 hours of their life to Lamb. A bit surprisingly, why wouldn't you want to? But yeah, that run's also great. Also, fun little fact, since why not? Get on. The bot actually just makes you invincible. I think that's fixed in the current patch, but it's very funny nonetheless.
Yeah, you can see it punching holes in those projectiles. Also,
that's not time. That's not time. There's the second phase. What is
we've got
this?
plenty of times here
What
still.
is this? What is this? What is this? I don't like this.
Is that some Outlast references there?
Man, I hope not. Outlast. We talk about how grim and dark this game is, but Outlast is another thing. I don't know though. I think the one who ate looks pretty glamorous in their true form. So
He's cool, but I don't like fighting his eyeballs. Granted, every good video game needs an eyeball fight, so I'm not too disappointed, but also, what, come on, man, this is scary.
it's not Eldritch Horror unless there's just a flying eyeball.
Yeah, that's true. I rolled right into that. Disgusting.
Shovel, when would you like time called on this?
Time will be called when we do the last action, which we'll get to. I'll call it out right before. But otherwise, we're just killing these eyeballs. They'll burst bit by bit. And yeah, you're good to fit maybe 4 more donos, depending on how this
Can I
fight
just
goes.
say, I've just seen the developers have joined in on the punnery. We have a bit of an I don't like this fight.
I don't like this. Oh man, I shouldn't have said anything.
Someone else said this invokes sheer terror, and they're right.
That one's actually really good. I like that.
Also, the boldest person said it is a cat doing normal cat things. So
That's yeah. Anyways, yeah, Iggy, kick it.
Oh yes, a donation. How about $500 from Adam, saying Cult of the Lamb hype. This is my favorite game from 2022. Let's get that true final boss incentive. I think we did. Shout out to all the staff and runners that work around the clock to make GDQ happen. Thanks for all your hard work and good luck on your runs. Let's button this up.
All right.
also, there are
one
so
more.
many good puns in chat right now.
Yeah, I'm
that
sure there
we
are.
don't get
I'll have
good
to watch the
focus to.
VOD and peep them, but you can fit one more in.
All right, we have the cult name from one of our cultists, Radicoon, for $50. Says, Lokai named my cult legitimate business. It's wonderful to see on the big stage shovelclaws, fast as furs, represent.
All right.
All right, we are not at time.
Time is coming up when, after the one that waits is defeated here, a vessel to me, a vessel no more, instead a crown-bearing deity. We will spare him because we gotta be nice to him. He's also too cute to murder, let's be real. This guy's adorable in this follower form. But time will be in 3, 2, 1. Time.
Time.
That is
That.
time.
GG.
That is Cult of the Lamb, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I have a couple of shoutouts myself. Probably way too many in all honesty, but hey, we went 20 minutes or so under estimate. It's fine. So, first and foremost, obviously, to everyone in the Cult of the Lamb community, speedrunner or not, honestly, you guys are really adorable, honestly. I love seeing fan art. Please tag me in any fan art you make for this run. Please, please, please. I love it. Lamb, this game's really good, honestly. I love it. And yeah, I wouldn't be here without playing it casually. Great game. Thank you to Massive Monster for working with me to promote this run. They have done like 3 or 4 tweets about just speedrunning events in general, and getting on the stage, without getting on the stage, that wouldn't have happened. And they've been great working with me. Really, really great people. Great dev team. Love you guys. You guys rock. This game's amazing. Next, I want to shout out some marathon organizations I've worked with. If you aren't aware, GDQ is not the only thing like this. These happen year-round, weekends, weekdays, whenever you can find them. There are a ton of great marathons, a ton of great speedrun organizations that do great events. And I want to shout out some of the ones that I've worked with. Over the past year, I've worked with a few. So I'll just give their names real fast. First, Fast Paced Events. Next, the Sonic Adventure era speedrunning events team. GDQ Hotfix, of course, which is GDQ's daily shows. If you aren't aware, they're great. I love I love it. They're so cool. So many great concepts, and honestly, I kind of want to be a showrunner myself. So maybe one day, but we'll get there when we get there. I have other priorities. No Glitches Allowed, Speed Stuff for Charity, and For the Love of Gaming. All of those organizations are great fun to work with. I love doing it. Shout out to Sinir. He donated during the run. He's my partner. I wouldn't be who I am without him. Just so many words. Indescribable person. Indescribable human being. God, I love him so dearly. And one day I really hope that I can get on the stage again and say some of the words that I truly want to say. But man, I love you so much, dude. You have no idea. ignore the tears in my eyes. I can only cope through humor. Next, Talia and Hypnotics, two of my best speedrunning friends. Love you guys. You guys have pushed me to be who I am today, and much love. I shouted out Dez and Metrick already. You guys rock. Cool couch, cool people. Loved rehearsing with you. Also to Iggy for being a fantastic host. You killed it. Also, I'm gonna go to my main menu here instead of just having the guy be like, hi. Yeah, Iggy, you rock. Also to all GDQ event organizers, staff behind the scenes, making this thing run. Undeserved how much or how little praise you get. You guys are so much more than you guys get shouted out for. But yeah, crazy people, crazy event. This wouldn't happen without them. Thank you guys so much. And there's so many other people I could thank, and honestly, I'd feel wrong not thanking. So I have a list of 75 people or so on my side monitor, and I'm going to read through them just fast-paced style. So let's kick it. First, HI Allegro, Alpha Dolphin, Amber Cyprin, Argic, Aura Ace, Badlex, Brandino, Broken Hyperlink, Seafood, Cowboy Knuckles, Critical Sid, Cryptic Jackknife, Dawn, Drum Basher, Drywall, D-Trader, Emerald, Ethware, Fallen, Flub, Freezy Pup, Grip 98, Glint, the Real Gordon Ramsay, Happy by 3, Hellfridge, Huga Chaka, HUD 601, Idol, Joey Freefall, Josu Ray Jr., Katie 4, Labras, Matoy, Mazino, Mellow Your Fellow, Nixer, Nimputs, New, Onaku, Osmorn, Pandora, Panseer, Pasta Nova Delight, Rapid Blaze, Refrag, Rekelt, Rizaru, Ritz Blue, Sirios, Savic, Scott, Seraphim, Shiny DX, Scoob, Sly Sonic, Spacebar, Spec, Strawberry Jam, Swiffy 22, Tethys, The Mimic, The Sound of Fits, Venom, Varix, Voshtas 131, Winds, Winterheart, Witherman, Xavier, Yoshi Puff, Zeptress, all of my coworkers, great team, and everyone else I've forgotten. I really tried my best, but alas, I am human, and I'm sure I forgot some people. You're all amazing friends, and I'm so honored to share a community with you. I truly love you all. And I think that's all. So, hope you guys have a nice rest of your marathon, and thank you so much for watching.
Stay safe, chat.
All right, thank you once again, shovelclaws, for that amazing Cult of the Lamb run. Everybody give it a big hand one more time. Dez, Metrick, fantastic commentary, super cozy couch. Got time for one more donation. For Mr. Game & Shout with a $6.66 donation. They want a little more singing. Let's give this a shot. Hail speed runs, watch shovel go. Hail speed runs, donate for turbo. Learned that song a minute ago. Hope that was okay. Yes, Trackmania Turbo, the Extreme Track Showcase coming up. This incredible double driver run. We are currently sitting at $7,300. Out of the $20,000 need, we have a run. We have another run. We have an interview. We have some breaks. We can get that buttoned up in no time flat. So everybody, let's go ahead and get those donations going in for Trackmania Turbo Extreme. We're going to take a little brief break, collect ourselves, maybe get a bunch of throat coat tea. Probably a good idea. But first, some words from the Yeti.
Okay, and what do we have up next for sale? Take a look at some of these vintage Secret Stage standees right over here by Roy.
Wow, that's some real craftsmanship here on display. Built these.
Glad you asked. You can actually assemble these standees yourself, and we've had a new one available for the past few years of GDQ.
You said it. Now let's take a look over by the Yeti, who's showing off the new 2023 model. Now, where can we find this used standee?
Why, over in the full AGDQ collection, right now at theyeti.com.
Simply amazing. I think I'll go check it out right now.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to Awesome Games Done Quick 2023. Glad to see you all on the other side of that little break we got. Let me do a head count right quick. 1, 2, 5,961. Thank goodness. Okay, we're all here. Coming up next, it's what's sure to be a storied addition to the long story list of epic Mario races at GDQ. This time around, we're going to be seeing head-to-head runs of the Game Boy Classic Super Mario World between Ape and Retroverse. Ape coming from Japan, Retro coming from the USA. Two great nations meeting on the field of Mario. Exciting times are living into, my friends. Super Mario Land Race coming at you after this interview where Adef is going to be talking with Gyrule and Rastats, the runners of Trackmania Turbo.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to AGDQ 2023 Online. My name is Adef, and I am joined by the two upcoming runners of Trackmania Turbo. I'm joined by Gyrule and Rastats. How are the both of you doing?
I'm very good right now.
I'm doing fine. I'll do worse later on in the run, probably.
No. No, I'm sure everybody is looking forward to this run. I know I am. I love watching Trackmania. It's a game I know very little about, but a game I really love to watch because it's so clear that all the runners have such high execution levels. But why don't we get into some questions here? Gyrule, why don't we start with you? Can you explain what double driver means for the audience?
Well, Double Driver is a side game mode from Trackmania Turbo. It was introduced with this game. Basically, the point of Double Driver is to get two people to drive the same car, with the most notable point is that both of us only can control the steering to up to 50%. So if you want to survive through the tracks, even the easier ones, we need a lot of coordination just to make sure that we can both steer at the same time and steer properly into the turns and such.
Fascinating. It sounds so challenging. It sounds like it has a lot of coordination. Rastats, so I know that it's double driver, but what is white tracks? Because I know those are the tracks that you guys will be playing. Could you explain what that is?
So in each Trackmania game, you have a solo campaign that is usually divided in 5 different difficulty levels. So first, the white tracks, which are the easiest one. Then you have the green tracks, blue tracks, red tracks, and black tracks. So we're going to be playing the 40 white tracks. So you have 10 tracks per environment. So an environment is a different scenery style with different cars. So first we'll have a canyon environment, then we'll have a valley environment, lagoon environment, and the most popular environment in Trackmania, which is the stadium one. And we also have an incentive to show some harder tracks later on if we reach the incentive.
I'm sure we will. Gamers, remember to get your donations, and we want to see that incentive. Because I know that you mentioned that the white tracks are maybe some of the easier tracks, but I imagine it's still quite hard in double drive.
It is.
So then the harder tracks would be, presumably even harder, right?
Absolutely. Like white tracks, you do have to coordinate on each track. It's less likely to crash on the white tracks, but you can. But on the black tracks, it's a completely different level. Like we are definitely going to crash, but we're going to try to limit the number of crashes, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
When we tried going for the training for the instant drift tracks, like the first track we tried took us like 30 minutes to get through without crashing. It was such a mess, really.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing that. Let's get that incentive met. And Gyrule, I want to start with you on this question. I've looked at the leaderboards, and it looks like the two of you have collaborated a decent amount in Trackmania Turbo on these double driver runs. So I'm curious, how this partnership began. How did you two start speedrunning together?
Well, I started playing the game in 2018. I started some speedruns on the side of playing through singular tracks in 2019, I think. And at first, we just were battling each other for some races and such. And last year, Rastats just asked me, "What if we actually went for a double driver run on GDQ?" And it was very exciting because this is very new and not really a popular game mode for even within the Trackmania community. But
Sure.
at the same time, it's such a fun game mode to play with friends, even just for fun.
Fantastic. Well, the both of you, I'm really looking forward to this run. Please get that incentive met, everybody. Look forward to Trackmania Turbo with Gyrule and Rastats in just a little bit. I've been Adef, and stay tuned for more AGDQ 2023 online.
All right, thank you so much, Adef, and merci beaucoup to Rastats and Gyrule. Cannot wait for that Trackmania run. And by the way, we're currently at 7,744 out of the 20,000 needed. We can make that happen. You think about those super extreme tracks. The tracks are narrower. The surfaces are more varied. The turns are tighter. The chicanes are... The chicanes! These extreme tracks have chicanes. There's going to be literal chicanery that is going to be happening if you meet that incentive. So come on and get $5 in for that Trackmania chicane train. Actually, trains shouldn't have chicanes. That's a bad idea for trains, but it's great for these extreme tracks. So come on, let's get in rally and make that $20,000 to make Turbo Extreme Tracks a reality. And okie doke, artichokes. Chat, tell me. Y'all prepared for Mecha Bonds or Bun Buns or Gonchons or Tokotokos? Because they're coming up soon when this Mario Land race starts in just a little bit. Hey, we got $25 from Arvid already saying, hey, GDQ, love Trackmania, hate cancer. Let's get the Extreme Showcase started. Thank you so much. And we've also got Vitani with $50 saying 10 tickets for the $5 train, please. Choo choo. That chicane train is rolling out of the station. Come on, everybody. Let's get that Trackmania Turbo Extreme Track Showcase in. It's going to be, I'm just going to spoil it. It's going to be hilarious. So let's keep it going, everybody. Let's do it. We also got an anonymous $250 donation saying, been watching for years and finally glad I can contribute. Hey, long-time watcher, first-time donor, love to see it. Thank you kindly, anonymous. All right, everybody, who's ready for some Mario? Because it's time to see all the Mario goodness and more Sarasa Land as Ape and Retroverse square off in their Super Mario Land any% race.